Google の AI All right. Woo. What's up, Shimmer? You're on your break now? You're at work, right? Hello, 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 hello. Ferment. Wow. Okay. Where were we? You haven't realized there's supposed to be a catastrophic disaster related to food in this too? Yeah, I mean, it hasn't worked its way in yet. We can certainly figure things out as we go. Uh Oh yeah, the last thing we did was introduce improvise because I thought improvise was actually really flavorful and thematic, right? Improvise being both like kitchen themed and also artifact coded. What's my favorite card by now? This is definitely recency bias. Oh my gosh, we made spell euros. Anyway, I want to keep this name. Recency bias, but we're thinking about, there's a slot recently, especially in artifact sets and also ninja sets, I guess, um, of a blue animation trick, right? That ends up cantripping. And I thought the one we ended up on was kind of spicy. Because like if you have a bunch of food lying around, blue like sometimes has a combat trick that can animate a food and like do stuff with it. And this is what we ended up in that slot, which I think it's like a mix of Serpentine Strike, Suit Up, uh, but also Desperate Measures. Actually, I ended up taking the templating from Desperate Measures, which I think hopefully plays out decently. This one also, unlike Desperate Measures, works when your opponent's creature dies, if you use it on the opponent's creature. Definitely seems more like a Ravnica card, to be honest. I mean, it's literally referencing Frostburn Weird, but we could change this. I mean, these are literally Frostburn Weird stats. I ended up we just kind of made this on a whim yesterday. I'm like, I kind of like this. I kind of like this card. We'll see how it ends up balancing out. There's like a lot of really small tidbits that I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty happy about this in the end. It's kind of nice. We made literal color pie, illustrated by Shimmer. Artist credited Shimmer. Look at that beautiful color pie. Um, we made an improvised lesson that draws cards. Where was this? I don't know if this is the right monocost for this, but whatever. I think this card is like really strong, but it does cost 7 mana, so. I think in the beginning, since we were kind of on that train the end of yesterday, I think we're gonna start. I think we haven't fully fleshed out like the main themes of the set before we just start doing exceptions with build arounds. I was thinking, I was like, why haven't we made fun build arounds? I love making fun build arounds, but I was like, okay, because I think it's because we haven't actually still we're still changing the core of the set. And it's also true that if we make a build around, maybe it'll become a core piece of the set. I'm sure there's a fun build around somewhere in here. I wanted to make the improvise 5-drop from Kaladesh or Aether Revolt playable. We're just kind of going off on improvise cards. We still haven't figured out how to do recipes. I still want recipes to be a part of the. I still want recipes to be a part of the game, but I haven't figured out how to do them. I literally haven't even figured out how to use this program, because this is supposed to be a class where it can level up and stuff. But like why does it start on level 4? Like, what gives? Why does it do that? I don't know. I haven't figured out how to use this. So I gave up and started doing other stuff. I guess the build arounds would be that there's actually a full set of companions. And companions are like kind of quintessential build arounds. Yeah, there's actually a full set of companions. Basically, what we did in the very beginning of the set was we combed through all the mechanics of Magic and was like, okay, what are the most fun mechanics that Wizards has ever printed? Let's jam them all in one set for draft at least. Obviously, Companion is completely busted for constructed, but we're not worrying about that. So whoa, what was I looking for? Ah. Oh, this is different. Troyan. Gutsy Explorer. Wasn't there a card that adds mana but also like does something? Whenever, because like this is too weak. So the idea for the recipe enchantments. Ruby? Oh yeah, maybe. The idea for the recipe enchantments is that you go one by one and you do like a thing to level it up, and once it hits max level, it transforms into the backside. So like each one would have a different hoop to jump through. Like, oh, this one you pay something mana and sacrifice a creature. This one you have to like deal combat damage to the player. And then this one like you sack 2 foods or something. And then when you do all that, you get like a very strong backside. You know, kind of like following a recipe. So you follow the recipe and then you get the result. Yeah, Ruby's templating would work. Do you now? Where was I? Oh, I was gonna add something to the Simic one. I was like wondering if it should just be like I don't know, maybe there won't be a card type at all, right? If we can't figure out how to make it work. What was I looking for? Oh. Whenever you cast a spell. What about a companion beanstalk, huh? Everyone loves that. Should just be a beanstalk. Is 6-2 bad? Card on its own is like weaker than a beanstalk. Like by far. 5 is a lot for limited. Five mana cost? What if whenever you cast a multicolor card, it loots instead? That's probably a little bit more fair. It has to be something that whenever you cast a multicolor spell, right? Yeah, literally. I think if it's a loot, it's fine. Maybe. Enigma Eidolon looks so bad. Does this card need a nerf? Is this card like good? It is a 2 mana companion, which is like super sick. Was that playable in limited at the time? Oh, this is beyond. This is before my days. This is like Dissension or Guild Pact or something. Yeah, this is Descent. This is before me. I get it. I get it. I do think that this ties this together quite well. Unfortunately, I don't know. Good question, though. I mean, what if you just block, you know? The creature sizing back then was like much smaller. Obviously, this would be like really bad for modern limited, but okay, let's do it. Let's do an official food creation count. Because right now there's 5 things that create food in blue, which is like a lot. Oh yeah, you could loot a bunch. I wonder if there's a looter in this set. There probably was. So it does. One, two, three, four. I thought there was a 5th one. Hold on. I'm gonna manually count it just because I'm a deeply mistrusting person. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's only 4. Yeah. Huh. Human error. That's 4 commons. There are color pair archetypes identities. They could be shifted, but I have a general idea of where I kind of want them to be. Blue white is an artifact matters. Has an artifact matters theme. Blue black has like spell based matters, control, quote unquote. It's because there's a lesson learned theme. Something to lean into that a little. Not entirely sure how to pay that one off yet. Rakdos cares about sacrificing. There's a lot of food tokens to sacrifice too. Gruul cares about activated abilities, which food has activated abilities, so that can potentially play into that. Selesnya just cares about going wide. Maybe something to animate food too. To like turn food into extra creatures. Not sure yet. Also, like, you know, go wide is like a pretty easy archetype to support. It doesn't really need that much. It doesn't need that many slots. Also kind of a dangerous archetype to support too. Any fat gluttonous people faction that wants to eat everything? There is there's an affinity with food for foods card that just eats food to kind of wreck stuff. Black white cares about life gain. Blue red cares about spells. Once again, lesson learned stuff. Simic cares about ramping, because I actually think ramping is actually soft supported. Yeah, we're actually max booked out of variety until next month. So that's like 9 more variety days this month. You always play a gluttonous chef in D&D? Sweet. Is the chef hungry for adventure? Aren't we all? Okay, so how many food creators do I want at common in each color? Maybe 4 is like the limit? Maybe 4 is like the limit. In terms of how much I actually want. This is 1, 1, 2, 3. How many did let's check whoa. This is 1, 2, 4. Huh. Whoa also had 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. Whoa had 4 each as well. Was that a good number? Do we want more food or less food than whoa? I feel like we want more food. Which also means like more ways to punish food too. Or like, I don't know. We have to figure out some aggressive tools. That's another puzzle we have to figure out eventually. What about uncommons? This is not in the set. This is not in the set, but this is 1. I guess both uncommons made food. So yeah, that's like 1, 2, 3. Actually, hold on. Let's count per color. 1, 2, 3. And then this is 1. Oh, that's it? So 1 black card and 3 green cards? That's not much at all. I guess a bunch of uncommons. There's Provisions Merchant, Old Flitterfang, Food Coma, Experimental Confectioner, not in the set. Actually, Intrepid Truffle's not in the set either. All fake magic cards. I guess we also have like literal lessons that make food, huh? Like literal colorless cards that make food. Ah, that's the problem. I also have food creatures. It's not about creating food, it's about food creatures too. That's why I got the count wrong. Because there's botched ceviche already, which is a food fish. It's not fish food, it's food fish. That's right. So that is essentially 5 food at common. And I think 5 is a good number. I've got to imagine that 5 is a good number for food. So all of these, if I write create food, is this +1 because they have a food creature. This is 1, 2, 3. plus the botched toast, which is a 1-drop, which is kind of sick. What do you mean? What do you mean? How do you botch toast? You've never botched toast before? You seriously have never botched toast before? I feel like toast is like a really easy thing to botch. Oh wow, okay. I mean, you just have to put it on the wrong setting, and all of a sudden, bam, it's black. Do you know how to boil water shimmer too? You one of those frou-frou people who know how to boil water? Botched water. Okay. Well, I'm actually not. You know, if we have dedicated slots to certain cards like Learn Lesson, I'm actually kind of okay with that, but I'm a little concerned about the amount of food creation. I think I want to go for 5 commons in each color, so I think we're going to focus on working on that today. Oh, there's so many ways to botch a ceviche, isn't there? And botching a ceviche is actually dangerous, isn't it? Because like it's raw fish, but you're trying to cook it with this acid. But like, what if it's not cooked? So blue is good on food creation. There's enough food creation in blue. In terms of commons, 1, 2. So we need like 3 more. No, there's botch cupcake too. Food saboteur, like when it connects, it makes a food. There's actual cannibal, which is a little bit better than a saboteur. Because it can actually work on, other things hitting your opponent too. Non-creature token doubler? I remember when someone suggested actual cannibal. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Oh my gosh. Okay. I should take a break. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Whew. I don't have enough of the Shia LaBeouf video in my head to recite it. Flashback Marauder that also makes a food token if you sack a non-token. Okay, so when you say Marauder, the only thing I can think of is Fleshbag. Yeah. A flashback one. Hmm. I think this could work. I think that's good for black. So black has 1, 2, 3, 4, and I want a 5th one. And I actually think that would be quite good. I think that'd be fine at common. Ah, it was so not flashback. I'm like flashback. That's like really strong. Flashback with flashback. That's like really really good. I don't mind like kind of like taking up a spell slot with this too. Um, I don't know what the stat line should be. Maybe it should be a 2/2. That's really strong though. I kind of want to make this 3 mana and make it more powerful as a body. Like some sort of tension that sacrificing this isn't always like a good deal. I'm thinking like 1/3 Death Touch. It could be Menace. It's like a 3/1 Menace. Flashbag's a 3/1 as well, right? Flashbag's a 3/1. This is a little juiced. This is a pretty juiced flashbag. Yeah. Actually, is this like an inappropriate word for the internet? This means like drugged up, right? Okay, maybe I shouldn't use that. Cool, and that's actually all of Black's food producers at common. I just want to make sure we have a good balance of food producers. So actual cannibal 1, compost method 2, swole flesh bag 3, trash digger 4, botch toast 5. That's 5 commons that are either are food or create food at common. And I think each color wants 1, which is nice. Okay, cool. So blue and black are finished in terms of their food counts. We'll see if we have to tweak these numbers later, but I think we're starting with 5. 5 in each color, which is a ton of food. That's so much food. Everyone's going to have so much food. It's going to be great. It's going to be fine. How many so there's Foodland at common, so that's 1. Food. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's actually so much food in the set. But we're not really gonna know what the negative repercussions are until we test it. Maybe food truck shouldn't be a thing. I'm not super happy with the food truck design, so I want to probably, I kind of just want to revisit it completely. Something food truck. Okay, scrapping and rebuilding the exact same thing. I'm not below that. So in terms of colorless, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 right now, 5. So it's like 5 colorless food creators already, which is kind of nuts. Yeah, just the colorless. Crazy. That's probably all I want for colorless. That's like a lot. That's like a lot. Definitely a way to counteract. How much colorless common? 5 already. There's already 5 that are either food or whatever food. That's like a ton. It's possible they want to scale back on some of them. Because it's a lesson, first of all, that creates food. But honestly speaking, this lesson is environmental sciences. And this mode won't be used nearly as often. But still, it's a food creator at colorless at common. There's food baby. Food baby staying. Food baby has to be here. It's too good. There's color pie. I like color pie. Really strong though. But I do like color pie. This one I'm not super partial to. This one can go. And then there's Foodland. We should have playtest images. There's a really popular chain in Hawaii called Foodland, the grocery store. Food balance. Food balance. Oh my gosh, there should be a food balance. Wow, I want a food balance card. Whoa, that's so funny. How's balance worded? Oh, maybe generating food is better than like Night of the White Flower or something. Orchid. There could be a couple things like that. Like what if Pantry Raider can destroy a non like a food token if they have more food than you? Something like that. I do like Pantry Raider though. When this creature enters, choose one. Like if you attack this turn, choose one. I kind of like that. Maybe it can just destroy if it's at that point. Maybe it can just destroy any artifact. Is there instance of this? Not really. But why not? Like why wouldn't this work? Wait, what was the card called? Plundering. Destroy target artifact. What is Yellow Warrior shot the food? I mean, this is actually really, really strong now. Gauntlet. Isn't Gauntlet like a super, super old like co-op RPG game? Or hack and slash or something? I feel like Gauntlet was popular when I was barely understanding what video games were. And I feel like I would go to someone's house and like people would be like my older relatives would be playing Gauntlet. It's like that old, isn't it? Or play it at an arcade? Yeah. Okay. Wow. I haven't thought about Gauntlet in 25 years. Yeah, like probably like 25 years I haven't thought about Gauntlet. Mostly because I was a kid, and as soon as it left my peripheral vision, I forgot that it existed. I've never played Gauntlet either. Yeah. That was a little bit before my time, I think. Wow. Huh. Can't believe I remember what that was. First game I played was Command and Conquer, actually. Just like a tiny little baby. My hands could barely fit around a mouse, and then I watched all my infantry collapse in a pool of blood. Huh. Okay, anyway, how much are we missing? I'm gonna say no more colorless food. No more colorless food or food makers. 5 is the limit. Maybe 5's already too much. We're gonna have to see. Um, 1, 2, 3. Oh, hold on. Let's start with white. White only has 2 food makers, so we need another food maker. I really like Night of the White food, whatever. I do like that. So we need 3 more food makers in white. They could pretty easily be a combat trick food. What was it called? What's the set code for Innistrad? Or is it only when they returned? Was it Shadows over Innistrad? Confront the Unknown. I wonder if this can be on white. Is this a white effect? It can be a white effect. Why not? I kind of like the idea that's like a good combat trick. And also, white does care about food sticking on the battlefield. Well, at least white blue does. So that's kind of fitting. I mean, this one's like super powerful. That's a really good combat trick. I guess Confront the Unknown literally cantrips itself, huh? It's probably worse than Confront. The stats are gonna be bigger on this though, because there's like way more food in this set. Assuming you don't eat them. So that's 3. Need 2 more. 2 more food creators. I want the Knight of the White Orchid effect. At what? So something higher mana cost, right? A slot for 5-drop, 2 4-drop slots. More 2-drop slots. Should it just be a 4-drop? Do I have to put S here? So we're gonna go back to this over and over again. I want it to be a knight. Lola's logging off. Lola, how was your vacation? Oh, hello. I'm gonna be doing this for the next 4 hours. And then we have our round table. You doing that? Are you doing that, Lola? Are you doing the round table call in 4 hours? That sounds relaxing. Uh oh, 3 hours. Oh, is this a daylight savings thing that I messed up? I hate daylight savings. If it's not a daylight savings, then I hate myself. But that's weird because last time we did the calls at 8 a.m. my time, but now it's at 6 a.m. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Think of the farmers. I mean, I'm literally ready whenever. If you turned around and said we're starting right now, I would hop on a call. Oh, I did get tripped up by daylight saving. That's okay. Doesn't matter. I was wondering if I wanted to make two two twos, especially because like green white wants a go white effect. I'll also dodge my question. But it's weird to have like two enters effects, right? I don't think there's a card. I'm in South Korea. South Korea doesn't have. I don't think we have daylight savings here. Hawaii also doesn't have daylight savings. Do we have daylight savings here? No, we don't. Okay. Neither of them have daylight savings, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't feel common, and it feels kind of weird to slap it on to this text. I mean, I literally cannot. I don't think I can. I can. It'd be weird. It'd be really clunky. Maybe it should be cheaper. It's kind of weird to put on a 2-drop like before the opponent has a chance to make a food. So at that point, we want to throw it on a 3-drop. Do I have any 3-drop slots left? That's true. I mean, it should just be a serviceable creature on its own. 4-drops at common are difficult. Because frankly speaking, 4-drops at common usually always suck. Not because they're like terrible cards on their own. It's just that usually there are better things to do at higher rarities. You don't really want to prioritize them. Hazard was a pretty big exception. Even then, Hazard wasn't like the best common or anything. Yeah, it's not bad. It's so much mana. It's true. All right, I'm gonna take another break. And we'll see about this. We're still trying to fill out the rest of the food comments. All right. I'm opening it again. Yeah, because you said so. We already have a white 2-drop that makes a food, like straight up makes a food. So this one needs to be like something has to be going for it. You sent toast? Thank you. Scry is not bad. I don't hate Scry. I'm actually a little concerned about gaining life. Slapped onto cards in the set because there's so much food. That kind of feels like the gain life is like used a bunch elsewhere. All right, the botched toast doodle is done. There it is. Oh no, it's a black card. Is that why you made the black background blue? It's pretty evil toast. Literally supposed to be evil toast, Joe. How does this work? Yeah, it could be a board pumper. I think tying another effect onto the ETB is kind of weird here. Why is Unicorn too strong? Avocado toast. There's no avocado toast in the set yet. Is that it? Is that the only reason? I can't believe this card ended up being such a menace. Was this the best white common? The set is going to be pretty pushed. I never really played the set. I actually don't know what those cards are. I think Patriarch's Humiliation. I mean, it makes that big of a difference, huh? So it wasn't like the Vigilance or anything like that? I'm sure the Vigilance was like a factor. What if it just says activate only once each turn? Vigilance was also huge. Makes it really hard to race. Okay. Because, I mean, this already has like an ETB. I mean, then it requires you having 2 out, which is like, another story. Yeah, it's not so bad. That's not so bad. Okay, that brings the food count up to 5, right? For common white, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, 4. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, that's it. That's all the common food stuff I want in white. So white, blue, and black are done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 1, 2, 3. So I want 2 more red cards that make a food. 2 more red cards that make a food, and also 1, 2, 3, and 1 more. So 3 more commons total. 2 red and 1 green that make food. Okay, so 2 more red cards. Oh. Tricks, team pumps. I end up liking where Pantry Raider went. I like Pantry Raider where it's at. It's a Learn Rummager. This card might just be super duper strong. I'm not sure. Red Food Impulse. I don't mind getting rid of Red Team Pump, especially because like Red actually doesn't have a go wide theme. That's specifically supposed to be in green and white. It's like this was like all design skeleton stuff, but we can diverge from it because there's actually no slot for an impulse, right? The trick. Yeah, there's no impulse here. Direct damage, artifact destruction, I guess. Well, this slot is kind of garbage, but actually artifact destruction might not be so bad in the set. See how it's done. There's a slot for anything, though. There's a slot for whatever. I don't like the idea of a red team pump though in this set. Yeah, it could be an impulse. Um, it could be an improvise impulse. That's too. That's too OP. Impulse for 2, cost 4. That creates a food. Impulse that costs 3. But it creates a food if you pay 3 mana for it. That'd be kind of weird. That's a weird card. I don't know what the point of that card is. Ooh, is there a card that's done that before? Reference that much later? Like that's a pretty delayed trigger, right? That's pretty delayed. Yes. Yeah, that's called glimpse. No. The impossible. Ugh, hate looking at this. If any of those cards remain exiled this turn, you may play those cards this turn. That was this turn. Huh. That's kind of spicy. I kind of sort of like that. So it could be 2 exile 2. Would this be OP as an instant? Oh my gosh. That's so much text. They made a sorcery for tracking reasons. We might have to do the same. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. At the beginning of the next end step, if any of those cards remain exiled, put them into your graveyard, then create a food token. It's a weird card. Glimpse the Impossible is a weird card too. So you can never fire this off on turn 2? Like you can fire this off fairly reliably on turn 3, get a land and create a food. Well, it's a little risky. 2 is way less than 3. You know, like it's pretty safe to dig for a land with iteration. Expressive iteration. It's not that safe to dig for a land with this. We're losing like you lose like 15% consistency there in hitting a land. That's crazy. Like 12 maybe. I mean, you know, every card doesn't have to be expressive freaking iteration. All right, well, we want one more food creator. Maybe it's like the expensive Hi, you okay? Maybe it's like the expensive deal damage card. Yeah. You want to come hang out? Maybe they should have improvise. Is that too much? What was the convoke card from Mom? This kind of is red baked into pie, yeah. Like literally. Shatter the source, yeah. I'm making this cost 1 more mana. I mean, this is I mean, you literally get value off of this. It's pretty strong, but it's harder to convoke than it is to improvise for sure. Or sorry, it's harder to improvise than it is to convoke for sure. Whatever. I kind of like it when the clunky removal spell is like actually good. Removal should be pretty good. I like it. I like it. I like sets where removal is pretty good. This card was like marginally playable. And I think adding an actual piece of cardboard onto this effect goes a long way in pushing it towards being actually pretty good. And that's it, right? In terms of food for red commons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one green card we need. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we need one green common that actually makes a food or is a food. There could be another there could be another food. I don't mind green having another food creature, actually. Green should have like, you know, there should be like some differences. A green should have another food creature. Maybe green's 4-drop. And we can actually make, you know, like a stinking... I'm out of green 4-drops? No way. Here's one. Stupid Reacher. Trample food. I don't know if any of the commons I made them to be repeatable. That might be on a higher rarity, honestly. The black one is repeatable. The black one is the only repeatable one. Yeah, you're right. No, it's black. It's black. The actual cannibal. I wonder if we have to shift that up. Something. I'm not sure. Shift that up. Give it another ability. Menace or something. I don't know. Pretty strong. I think it's common right now. practically speaking, this is barely a food. It's like only in, well, I think that's okay. I think that's okay that it's barely a food because it still triggers stuff that that cares about having food on the battlefield. It still reduces the cost of the fight spell, etc., etc. Is this a sorcery? It is a sorcery. Not being monogated on this is pretty wild. Maybe that's too strong. Yeah, green does have go wide cards. Maybe it should be able to sack itself to make, like, I don't know, saprolings or something. You know, like sack foods. But it can sack itself too. I don't know what order is best. The ability to sack itself is, like, kind of sort of interesting. Like, if, you know, you have 3 mana open, they point a removal spell at it. It's pop. Out comes a saproling. Maybe this needs to cost 3. That also gives it an activated ability for... There's a decent overlap here with this card. It's a food, goes wide, and it has an activated ability for green-red. Kind of sort of nice. I think I also want to keep my commons pretty easy to cast. We can, like, spike power, up inconsistency with uncommons. I mean, because this doesn't seem like too crazy powerful. Like 3 mana, sack a food, create a 1/1. That's, like, not a great ability. It's obviously really nice it's there, but it's not like an amazing ability. Fungus are usually the ones that make saprolings, right? Should be a food fungus. Why is this fungus food? Food fungus. Is food first? No idea. Yeah, they're usually found together, right? So both of these are actually fungus. Think food is first because artifact is first? Yeah, okay. It's also, you know, when you think fungus food, just like language wise, you think it's food for fungus. But if you think of a food fungus, it's like a fungus that's a food, right? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Anyway, that's all the comments. That's all the comments. We have to focus on the uncommons afterwards. We can that'll be finished with our. And we'll be finished with all the balance stuff that kind of matters. Stale baguette. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Stale baguette. I love. Oh my gosh, I love that. Hold on, we got to do that. Maybe this shouldn't be a food. I want a bad removal spell, but it doesn't have to be a food. I couldn't figure out how to make this work. Maybe stale baguette can be here. Hold on, I'll be right back though. Oh, what happened here? Who turned out the lights? Anyway, BRB. Whew. How do you spell baguette? I get. Doesn't need any more than this. It doesn't need anything else, right? I think equip goes last. I think equip is always at the bottom. I'm not sure. Has there ever? There has been Krovod. Krovod Haunch. We can literally see. Yeah, equip at the bottom. Well, Krovod Haunch is weird then. Because it goes activated ability, triggered ability, activated ability. That's kind of nutty, isn't it? Yeah, Haunch is funny. Weird. Oh, there weren't. I don't think there has been another food equipment, has there? Yeah, it's just Krovod Haunch. Krovod Haunch is the first food equipment. And now it's the second food equipment. Stale baguette. The fish. Andrew a fish. There's a treasure equipment. Are you serious? Wow. Oh, is there? Do you know what set it's from? That's me, sorry. Damn, fish. Salty summoning indeed. Toast. Whew. Yeah, you think surveil and blockable on the fish is too much? We can take it away, especially because it's a. It is really good, yeah. Maybe it just makes a 1-1. I like your fish, yeah. It is really, really good. It would be really, really good with surveil. It's just fish. Blech. Oh my gosh, I made that sound, and then a huge air bubble just lodged itself in my throat. Fish. Now we can just take away this surveil. Lesson cards, Han. Are cards you can get from your sideboard from learn cards. Where was I? Oh, uncommons. How many uncommon foods do we want? Oops. Why did it make that sound? I'm good, Han. Thanks. So I have 0 and white so far. Kinda sorta 1 in blue. Oh, so 2 in blue. Like 1.5 in blue. I don't know if Thieving Seagull counts. It kind of counts as artifact destruction for blue. I mean, I think artifact destruction in blue is like a good idea. Should Thieving Seagull have flash? Feels like it should have flash. Or ring that makes a food? We should make it 4 mana and call it food, comma. Oh, flash is on a separate line. Why? I guess it's a casting thing. What's all over the place? Flash is always first. Yeah, it's a cast thing. That makes sense. Flash and Convoke on the same line? Really? Wait, what has Flash and Convoke? Ah, like this one. Ah, neat. So Flash and Improvise would also be on the same line. That's cool. That might be relevant. I really like the Fruit of Knowledge that was made yesterday as like a card draw spell. I think that does a lot. This is anti. This is also payoff. This makes food. This makes food. I'm not so concerned about these making food. And of course, the rares I don't really care about. Rares can like make food whenever they want. So how many uncommons? Like 3 in each color, maybe? Yeah, we could do welding sparks that makes food. So how many do we need in each? So right now I need. What's up, Han? Oh, really? Oh, dang. So how many uncommons do we have that make food? None? I have none so far? I have no uncommon foods? No way. Really? Ice cream truck doesn't even mention food? Where's ice cream truck? I didn't put any food on ice cream truck? Where is ice cream truck? Oh, ice cream truck doesn't mention food at all. Is that fine? I wonder if that's fine. This should still find them, right? Because like this pulls out ceviche, but it doesn't mention food. It just is a food. And it pulled out fruit of knowledge, which just doesn't make food. So like this should pull out all the food cards, and I think I counted them. So I don't think there's like any. Do we want ice cream truck to mention food at all? It's already like, in my opinion, kind of good. Freaking ice cream truck. Whatever. I'll figure that out later. This probably doesn't want to be a chef. It feels kind of weird to have chefs that don't make food. Bobbers, you've never gotten run over by a 5-5 ice cream truck? This card? It was close sometimes? Dang. It's because you're so excited you just jumped in front of it. Is okay, so ice cream trucks aren't like an American thing, right? Ice cream trucks are everywhere. This should be a vehicle for flavor. Ice cream truck? Ice cream truck is a vehicle. I don't know if we're talking about the same card though. In the Western world? Okay. It's pretty commonplace in the Western world. Vehicle for flavor? Ha, get it? It's an ice cream truck because it's icy manipulator. that's what makes it icy. Yeah, this is a better icy. Well, yes, it's a better icy. I recall some people thinking icy manipulator was overrated in Dominaria. Which I'm like, I still liked icy in Dominaria. But I also think I also think that Icy has fallen a little bit behind of Modern Limited, tiny bit behind. So I think a better Icy is safe, but I don't want to push it too much. I definitely don't want to push it too much. I also took away the clause to tap lands. Because forget that. I ain't having my cards tap other people's lands.